Welcome to an episode of The Root Culturist. In this episode, we will be discussing about moist and dry conditions and the different styles of watering. Each plant we have here have different watering requirements. Understanding the plant and how it thrives in your local climate is key for its survival. In general, the requirements can be segmented into three types. The media remains moist, the media is allowed to dry, but not completely, and the media is dried out before the next watering. Our first example, the media remains moist. We are using an elephantotis pulp from a mother plant. In Singapore climate, the plant media should not be allowed to dry out, as it takes a while for the plant to recover. For example, take a look at the media. To have it moist but not damped. And that's just one requirement for the elephantotis. There are other factors for it to thrive in Singapore, such as lighting and humidity. Our second example, the media is allowed to dry out but not completely. Here we have a coronarium. The outer layer of the sphagnum feels dry to the touch, but the inner core is still slightly moist. We move on to our next example, where the media is allowed to dry out completely. We have the Ridleyi. They do best when the media is allowed to dry out before the next watering. And just to have a gauge on how dry the media should be, have a listen at how crispy the sphagnum moss is. And watering can be done once every 1 to 2 days. Comparison to our next plant, the Veitchii, which can be found in desert conditions. This is a plant which is able to take a drier condition, and as you can see, the media is actually quite dry. Taking a look at the trichomes, we can see that it is heavy on the trichome, and what this means is that the plant can and should receive more light. For a plant like this, comparing to the Ridleyi, it requires or it should be given a much drier condition, in a sense that for every 1 to 2 days that we water our Ridleyi, we water the Veitchii every 2 to 3 days. And so the amount of days actually depends on how fast the media dries out in your area that you're keeping in. We move on to our next segment, which is how do we water the plants. The first method, showering the plants. This is similar to the handheld sprayer or the pump spray. Spray until the media is drenched and then leave it to dry. Our next method is the soaking method. Soaking duration depends on the size and the media being used. One of the ways to gauge would be when there are no more air bubbles observed, continue soaking the plants for additional 5 to 10 minutes. With safety first, although soaking is not limited to smaller plants, it is easier due to their size and weight. For larger plants, we would still prefer the showering method. The plants aren't moved unnecessarily and prevents any risk of injury to oneself. And lastly, we have the misting method. Misting is slightly gentler on the plants, but the base method is the same. The plant is drenched and left to dry. Do let us know your watering methods in the comment section below. If you enjoyed our video, give us a like, subscribe to our channel, and follow us on the following platforms. Thank you.